cyber quest? What's it look like in a couple of years?
It's like I got chills. So I was listening to Akiva about quantum in the future. And I had a personal experience this week. I was trying to get access to personal data that for a company and account that I had long forgotten. And they gave me two options. One, I could try to verify and provide some basic information, and they would mail me a letter to my last address known to them with a code that I would then basically enter in the system. Basically, snail mail, two-factor authentication. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this. The other option was to try to identify in real time based on information that they had on me. And I was like, okay, let's try this out. And they said, quote, we're going to use LexisNexis systems. And I was like, okay, that's a good hint. So, of course, what they had done was they had crawled credit reports and public information files about data about me, people I knew, my family. And it was fascinating to know what they knew about me. Chilling, but fascinating. Okay. So the nerd in me kept going, like, well, what if I answer this? What I like? So there's uniqueness about us that is in the public sphere, public domain that we have no control over. And so when Akiva was talking about quantum and our cryptographic systems start to break, what do we do, quite frankly? And what I've heard scientists and leading thought leaders around this topic start to come to is that the most unique thing we still have as creatures of living beings is our DNA. And I know no one wants to think about it, but at some point, we're going to have something so unique that even a machine cannot impersonate it. And that's where we're at right now. A machine can find out everything about me right now that's in the public sphere and impersonate me and pretty much do anything. But my DNA, that literal fluid and whatever I'm made out of, quite frankly, or the dust, as Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, is the most unique thing about us as individuals. So I know it's not happening today. I'm still comfortable with a directory service. I'm comfortable with multi-factor authentication, my Face ID. I'm comfortable with that right now. But I think in the next decade, quite frankly, we're going to get to a point where we're going to need stronger authentication mechanisms and a stronger way to identify and prove literally who we are, because every sci-fi movie is pointing to this. And I'm not going to go there, total nerd, but that's the thing that concerns me. But the future is coming. And for us as an identity-focused company, you're right. We're going to have to start figuring out exactly how do we deal with not just quantum, but machine learning. When people turn on right now, they're usually the ransomware is not just ransomware. It often uses cryptographic engines, basically, and they'll have peer-to-peer networking to push those botnets and push processing across the globe to crack networks and crack credentials. So it's getting more and more challenging. At some point, we're going to have to get to the point where, you know what? The only way to prove who you are, basically, is can I see your DNA, sir? And that is the future, I'm afraid of.
Ladies